I think you and I share something very special. But if it's not duplicatable, it could put us at risk. And there is something genuinely.
Think about that.
Come on, there's something wonderful here, right here.
Well, yeah, there is.
Why wouldn't we put that at risk?
Yeah, you're right.
For anything other than
a guarantee. And that's the only reason. It's not possible.
Why would we put that at risk? Anything other than in my brain, there's something I want maybe more than you do.
Cody Brown has become a very complicated figure in this story, and the way he treats Robyn makes things even harder to understand. Robyn often comes across as someone who struggles with her own self-worth. She seems to tolerate behavior from Kody that most people would not accept. He talks about women in ways that are inappropriate, reducing relationships to what happens in the bedroom. In the opening of the new season, Kody and Robyn are shown at dinner, where Kody openly talks about wanting to bring another woman into his life. Yet in public interviews, like on Access Hollywood or Extra, he insists he's not dating anyone. He claims women may have reached out to him, but only to tell him to repent, not because they wanted a relationship. This is Kody's way of downplaying his actions, pretending he has no real interest outside of Robyn, even though the show clearly pushes a storyline where he is engaging with other women online. For years, Kody has said he doesn't want plural marriage anymore. He often repeated that life with Robyn was enough. But now, after living as a monogamist for some time, he seems restless. His conversations with Robyn reveal his contradictions. In one breath, he reminds her that he loves her and wants to stay. In the next, he admits he has been so angry at her that he's thought of leaving. He asks her if she'll accept him as a monogamist, only to circle back and talk about other women again. This type of double talk leaves Robyn confused and unsure of where she stands. He tells her she's special, then quickly threatens the stability of their relationship by implying he might leave if she doesn't go along with his terms. Robyn has also played her own part in this dynamic. She fought hard to secure her place as Kody's favorite wife, but she also seems trapped in the cycle of manipulation. She says she's been gaslit, but in truth, Kody's constant contradictions are what create that feeling. He blurs reality, making it difficult to know what he actually wants. He praises Robyn, then undermines her, then seeks reassurance. It's a pattern that keeps her off balance. At the same time, she continues to stay, which raises questions about whether she truly wanted polygamy, or if she only wanted to be Kody's main partner. Kody's desires also appear shallow. He is concerned with appearances, wanting to look successful and admired. When wives grow older or enter new stages of life, like menopause, he seems to lose interest. Instead of adapting, he craves excitement and validation elsewhere. Robyn worries whether Kody can ever be satisfied with just one wife, hinting that he grows bored easily. In the new episode, this cycle repeats. At dinner, Kody once again brings up the idea of another woman. Robyn tries to push back, saying she would only agree if there were guarantees. But life offers no guarantees, and certainly not in marriage. Robyn wants stability and security, while Kody seems to want freedom and options. Their goals don't match. Robyn clings to the hope of keeping him, while Kody tests the boundaries of what he can get away with. This constant tension shows that their relationship, built on contradictions and unbalanced needs, may never truly be at peace. ChatGPT said. Kody and Robyn's dinner conversation shows just how messy their relationship has become. Robyn insists that if they ever considered adding another wife, it would have to be done through a church. Without that, she doesn't see the point. Kody, on the other hand, leans into her and tries to make her feel like what they already have is unique and worth protecting. He reassures her by saying, "Why would we risk what we have?" She agrees but adds that she would only do it if there were a guarantee it would work. Kody quickly turns the conversation toward intimacy, hinting that if he ever wanted another woman, it would be because of sex. This implication leaves Robyn in an uncomfortable position, as he is essentially telling her that if she can't satisfy him, he may look elsewhere. The discussion gets even more revealing when Kody admits outright that at this stage in his life, his main motivation for wanting another partner would be her physical appearance and sexual attraction. He says it without hesitation, and even though he tries to make it sound casual, the undertone is clear, his desires are shallow. Kody is 57 years old, born in 1968, though sometimes even Google lists his year wrong. At his age, he still clings to the idea of being young, desirable, and unstoppable, almost like he's competing with time itself. He doesn't want to accept that he's aging, that he has lost his hair, or that he has responsibilities he's failed to meet, like the children he has neglected. Instead, he convinces himself that he could still attract someone new. Robyn, who is 11 years younger, used to be his trophy wife. When she joined the family, she was 30, slimmer, and considered more attractive. Over the years, life has changed. She has kids, a busy household, and she's no longer the fresh new partner Kody flaunted. Yet Kody's words reveal that in his mind, a wife's value depends on her looks and willingness to keep up with his demands. If Robyn can't or doesn't want to, he hints that another woman could replace her. It's the same pattern seen before with Christine, Yanel, and Mary, women who eventually grew tired of being compared, pressured, and devalued. At dinner, Robyn nervously laughs when Kody bluntly admits that physical beauty is his main concern. She tells him he doesn't realize how he sounds, but Kody makes it clear he does. "I know. I don't care," he says. His response shows he has no problem sounding crude or insensitive, even while on camera. Robyn's laughter could be nerves, embarrassment, or an attempt to soften the awkwardness. It's possible she was trying to remind him that cameras were rolling and that people would see this side of him. Over the years, her children have said she often coached Kody on what to say for appearances, which suggests she tries to protect both him and the image of their relationship. Still, the truth slips through. What viewers see in this exchange is the real Kody, focused on sex, looks, and validation. He's not worried about how Robyn feels, he's only concerned with his own desires. 15 years into their marriage, he already shows signs of boredom. For Kody, wives seem to have an expiration date. Once they no longer meet his unrealistic standards, he looks for the next thing. Robyn can call him a pig, but the reality is harsher. Her husband openly admits he values women for the most superficial reasons, and he doesn't care how ugly that sounds. What kind of woman with dignity would be okay with her husband always looking around for someone else? What kind of parent would sit in front of cameras and admit to that, knowing their children will see it? Robyn has kids who are still young, in elementary and middle school, and those kids are watching their parents on television talk about how their father wants another wife, because he's not satisfied at home. It's humiliating, not only for Robyn, but also for her children, who have to carry that shame with them in their schools and community. Any decent parent would think twice before broadcasting such private issues to the world. Instead, Kody and Robyn treat it like entertainment, as if they can later excuse it with, "Oh, it was just for TV." There was a time when this family at least used softer language. They would call it intimacy or connection, using vague words that left some things private. Now it's all blunt and crude, with no attempt to hide what Kody really means. It's uncomfortable and gross. Christine's book made it clear that Robyn spent years giving Kody what he wanted, even down to long daily massages. She likely became drained from always being responsible for keeping him satisfied. After years of being his main focus, she must be exhausted by the pressure. At some point, the act of always trying to please him stops being exciting and turns into a chore. Kody, meanwhile, seems to have no concern for Robyn's feelings. He gives the impression that he's telling her straight out, "I'm not really attracted to you anymore." He might claim he never really was. It's possible that, in his eyes, she was just the younger, thinner woman at the time, someone who looked good on camera and seemed like a fresh start. Now, with years gone by and reality setting in, Robyn doesn't hold the same shine for him. If Kody ever writes a book, it wouldn't be surprising if he twists the story, saying he wasn't drawn to Robyn for who she was, but only added her because of how she appeared to others. What's even more disturbing is that he doesn't stop there. When he feels Robyn isn't meeting his needs, he throws out the idea of bringing in another wife. To him, it's not about love, partnership, or faith, it's about keeping himself entertained and satisfied. Robyn, who once was the favorite, now finds herself being treated the same way Christine, Yanel, and Mary were. It's the cycle repeating again. A wife is adored at first, then slowly discarded once she no longer fits his ideal. There's a part of me that almost wants to feel sympathy for Robyn. She looks uncomfortable, sometimes even humiliated, sitting across from Kody as he makes these comments. But then I remind myself, Robyn fought to secure her place, even at the expense of the other wives. She played her role in this dynamic, and now she's dealing with the same reality she once ignored in others. Maybe she deserves pity, but at the same time, she chose this path. And now, in front of the world, everyone can see exactly what Kody values in a partner, and it's not respect, loyalty, or love. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments.